Welcome to the Amazon's podcast. I'm Glenn Young, owner of Amazon's Fitness Magazine. Celebrate the female physique. Subscribe to Amazon'sFitMag.com. Amazon's podcast is brought to you by GPS Photography and Video. Why photography and video? Because a photo's worth 1,000 words, video's worth a million. GPSPhotoandVideo.com. And Amazon's Fitness Magazine is a publication of GPS Photography and Video. Joining me today, happy Sunday to everyone. My guest, Jane Akarapreecha,
Yes.
also known AKA
Nice.
Big Jane. And so glad you could join me today. Just off stage last weekend at the Titans in California. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel really good. Took some time, to feel like back to normal. I've been taking care of my health, sleeping good after the show.
Right. And this was your pro debut, correct?
Yes.
So what was it like? What was the experience?
First time competing as a pro show. I didn't know what to expect. I just, do my best. I met a lot of like good people. Like they've been
Mm-hmm.
competing before. So they try to give me like advice, what to do, go on the stage. Yeah, it was fun.
Overall, what was the feedback from the judges?
The judge say they need to see more conditioning, and then they say I will be at the top next time competing.
Right. Well, what was your stage weight?
I was 146 pounds.
Okay. And what's your goal, do you think?
I think I'm gonna get to like 130, 135 to 140 next time.
Okay. So they always, and that's been the theme all year, it seems like in 2024 is conditioning.
Yes.
Everybody's looking for that conditioning. But I
Yeah.
think your size is great. You definitely look much bigger than a 140. And I'm like, and how tall are you?
5'4".
Okay. And like I said, you look much, much larger than that. So
Thank you.
congratulations though.
Thank you.
What are your projected shows or something the things that you're looking at going into 2025? Assuming you're now done in 2024, what are you looking forward to in 2025?
In term in bodybuilding, so I'm I'm gonna focus a lot training my back. I want
Okay.
it to be a lot bigger because I know I have the size, and I have big legs, right? But
Yes.
I feel like when I turn it to the back double bicep, I feel like my back still need more. So I
I
will
got
focus on that.
it. Okay. Now, when will you start prep again?
So I'm actually gonna talk to my coach today. I'm gonna
Okay.
send him a check-in. Um, I think probably like sometime around February, because for my body type, I need to take more time to get lean.
Right.
'Cause I cannot do like 16 weeks, like prep. That's like a
Yeah.
little bit too fast for me.
Yeah. And that's the nature of women's bodybuilding. It takes longer to get
Yeah.
that engine revved up. So you learn probably anywhere from 16. Now you're looking at 25, 30, 32 weeks.
Yes. Yes. Around that.
Right.
Yeah.
What's hmm?
This
No, go
prep
ahead.
was about 27 weeks. This
Okay.
prep, and I feel
What?
like I need more like around 30 weeks, to get
Okay.
to that conditioning. Before I step up on the stage, I know that I need to come a little bit leaner.
Right. And how was your routine? Do you look to make any changes there?
Yes, my routine was good.
Okay.
I feel confident on the stage.
And I think that just comes with doing more and more shows. But you turned pro in 2023, correct?
No, 2024, so
20.
last year. Oh,
Okay.
actually last year, yeah.
Got you. and then to go jump into your first pro debut the following year. So it sounds like a good plan. So now you got to ask of where you are.
Yeah.
Look at the 2025 shows. What jumps out at you
What's that? I'm sorry.
as you look at the 2025 season?
Uh huh.
What shows jump out to you that you want to do?
So Tampa Pro and Chicago Pro, for sure.
Okay, and
And I
no,
might
go
do
ahead.
triple O Dynasty
Yeah,
in April.
right. And do you find that you like West Coast shows versus East Coast shows better, or doesn't matter?
I like East Coast show better.
Okay. Now, and you're from Hawaii. Did you think of the Hawaii Pro?
We don't have women bodybuilding
There's no
there.
women's bodybuilding in that one.
No,
Yeah, that's sort of a shame. But
I know. Yeah.
you being from the islands, but Tampa's always a great one. I love going to that one this year.
Yes.
So, when you look at overall, what are your thoughts on how women's bodybuilding is growing?
I think small group of female bodybuilding. I feel like it's gonna get even better.
Hmm.
Because we all know each other, so I feel like we need to support each other
Right.
because we have same goals, same mindsets.
I got you.
Yes.
So right now you're based in Tampa, but are you going to move soon, or what? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna stay here for a couple years, and then I'm thinking Texas next year in 2 years
Yeah.
because I'm going back to school for chiropractor. So
Okay.
it would be fun to, like competing and then study at the same time. I will see how I do with that one.
Yeah. Well, two great states with with a lot of great shows. You could argue that Florida has more, but I mean everything's bigger in Texas, and none bigger than that Texas Pro, and then the
Yeah,
Nationals is coming up in December. But hopefully the Texas Pro will get women's bodybuilding, and hopefully it's going to be overall in the 2025 season more shows for women's bodybuilders.
I hope so too.
Yeah, especially I hope they're more closer to North Carolina, but we'll see because you have to travel. You have to travel, but yeah, I would
Hmm.
love to see some closer to North Carolina than what they have
Yeah.
now on the schedule. What would you change if you could in women's bodybuilding?
What do I to change in women
Yeah,
bodybuilding?
what do you feel needs to be changed, if anything?
So I just talked to someone at the show the other day. They
Uh
say
huh.
the price money. I feel
Yeah.
like it can be more like man bodybuilding because we don't really get much. Like how much we
No.
spend the money on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but by the time you get everything to prepare for the show, no, you don't make any money, or if
Yeah.
anything, you may break even. But yeah, that's been the biggest thing this year too, is the prize money. Because if you guys
Mhm.
had more prize money, people would compete more for
Yeah.
sure. But at the same time, uh, value added and getting something out of it. Everybody's got to know their worth. And when you look at wellness and bikini, especially wellness now with Wolfpack, on average, I think their prize money, like first place, was $4,000 in some of the shows. So you got to find a big corporate sponsor for women's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I think would turn the tide in that.
Yeah. Hopefully they change something soon.
Yeah. So what do you do when you're not women's bodybuilding? I know you want to get ready to go to school for chiropractic. What
So
have you
my
always been interested in chiropractic?
no, my job is massage therapist,
Okay.
and I teach stretch class also.
Yeah.
That's all I do for now.
Yeah. But that flows right into chiropractic though.
Yes.
Uh, and the whole thing to have a good chiropractor doing prep and then
Yeah.
massage therapy doing prep is huge. I don't think a lot of people understand. how important that is, but it really is.
Yeah, yeah. My job is like a lot of physical work.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure I take like a month at least to uh, like before the show, so I feel like I need rest and focus on the bodybuilding at the end.
Right. Do you think you would change your diet any? What changes will you make? I know you want to get bigger, but when you look at all the details from your diet, the length of prep, we talked about that, a longer prep to get ready and working on your back. Is there any other changes that you think you're gonna make it this time?
It will be the same. I eat mostly fish.
Okay.
I do really well with salmon. That what I learned from this prep to get me like tighter.
Okay.
Um, I don't eat red meat at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I have like digestion issue. So next prep, I will make sure that all the food go into my body is is go to absorb to the muscles. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
And I've heard people say the opposite, that yeah, they love red meat,
yeah,
work better with them. Some will even go as far as saying bison uh, over steak,
yeah,
and then of course fish. But then you say salmon, but I heard halibut, and they like to stay
yeah,
away from the tilapia, uh, tilapia, and it really works in, and what works best with you. And
yeah.
so yeah, I feel you on that.
I know some people don't eat fish at all. They
Right.
just eat like red meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you got to see what works best with your physique. Like I said, you mentioned salmon works
yeah,
best, and like others, because that goes a lot into it as well.
yeah.
Long before you get the supplements, is the diet right?
Right.
So, what's been your favorite thing about this season? I mean, it's always good to get that first pro show out the way, but what's been, if you were to rate yourself, what's been the good, the bad, and the ugly of this season for you personally?
The good side is I have the right people support me. Since I moved to Tampa in July, that's when like my body start changing, because back in Hawaii we don't have a lot of female bodybuilding, so I kind of feel like I'm alone, because mostly they have wellness bikini. So when I try to talk to my friend who also do bodybuilding here in Tampa, I
Hmm.
told them that yeah, I'm only one in Hawaii, except her name is, I think her name is Paula Suzuki. If I I don't know if you know her back then.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I feel like I have friend and family here. And the bad side is I changed coach like twice this prep to
Mm.
to really know what diet worked for my body.
Right.
Because before, when I was in Hawaii, I feel like my body is not changing. Something like a little bit off. So I follow my gut feeling that hey, I need to change coach. And now I work with a new coach. He took me at like 3 weeks out from the show, so he laid on my body really well.
Good deal. And who's your coach? Can you say?
His name is Freddie Small. I don't know if you know
Okay.
him. Yeah,
I've heard of him. Yes, I have.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. My boyfriend told me that hey, I should work with him because he been in
Mhm.
bodybuilding for like 35 years. I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's a long
yeah.
time.
He has a great background and great following,
Yeah,
and he's proven. So yeah, yeah, I've heard of him.
yes. So I'm gonna stick with him this off season and see how I do.
That's great. Now, do you see yourself going into coaching one day or no?
I don't think so. Um, I like I like more like wellness, chiropractor, massage is better for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see yourself opening up your own practice as a
Yeah.
chiropractor? Okay.
Yes, I want to.
That really is. People don't understand. You need a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Me having a broken back myself from being airborne in the military, and it's like it's amazing because you got to get that therapy on it constantly and
Uh
consistently,
huh.
and it really does help play a large part in getting you ready for your next show or getting ready just for quality of life, especially.
Yeah.
As well, when you look at other sports, always use it. I think in the beginning, a lot of people say, well, doesn't really pay too much of feedback on it, didn't do anything for them. But then over time, they see how much that helps with the body's recovery. And
Mm.
so, yeah, I'm all for it.
I know a few people in bodybuilding does chiropractor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your fan base is growing for sure.
Yes.
Um, and everybody love the nickname, aka Big Jane.
Yes.
So it's been great following you over this past year, and excited
Yeah.
to see what's to come. So, yeah, keep me posted, and I'll be watching, and we'll have to go from there.
Okay. Sounds
So,
good.
now I'll give you the last word. Is there anything you want to tell all your fans, or
So
sponsors? Are you looking for sponsors as well?
I have my sponsor. It's called Bikini Lab Hawaii,
Okay,
and I also have a friend like from UK, Thailand. Um, I feel like really thankful that some of them they fly me to see me at the show actually. So I feel
that's
super
great.
thankful for that. Have someone like believe in me. So I will keep doing what I'm doing and see how I do next show. I'm excited.
I'm excited to see you too, because I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you are definitely an up and comer, and like you said, your legs or your lower body is really big, and you're going to work on your back. But I mean, the future's very bright to see how what changes you're going to make going into the 2025 season.
Thank
And
you.
so excited to watch. I mean, so now you knock that pro show out of the way.
Yeah.
Now you just got to keep going. But excited to watch your career and your journey. So, and
Thank
definitely
you.
again, as I always say, I know we're working on it. Got to set that photo shoot up. So, let me
Okay.
know.
Okay. I will. Well, thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
Always look forward to having you again as well.
Okay.
Like I said, big fan, and like I said, love the name, Big Jane. So it fits you.
Yes. Okay. Have a good
All
day.
right. Bye now. Take care.
Goodbye.
Big Jane, up and comer from the amateur ranks, and now she's knocked out that first pro show. So excited to see what she's going to do in 2025. Maybe the Triple O Dynasty. Uh, Definitely going to do the Tampa, and of course, why wouldn't she? Because that's right there where she lives currently. So yeah, you always want to follow those competitors that's just starting out, because once they're blown up, then this comes off a little catty. Oh, now you know who I am. So you always want to look for the next great competitor that's coming out of the ranks, and you don't want to sleep on anybody. I mean, you just don't. And so glad to follow her so far, and see how she's doing, and great things coming up for Big Jane. So everybody write the name down, remember the competitor, and follow her journey, because she's going to do some great things. She's definitely on the watch list, the 2025 watch list, women's bodybuilders. So keep posted, and follow her. Coming up next, Danny Reardon. Um, this is a competitor I remember seeing when I first started following women's physique back in 2017. Was not the biggest competitor, but she can bring it. And so I'm going to talk to her to see what's up with her now and see how she's doing. Who knows? Could she come back? That would be exciting. So tune in at the 1:30, about 8 minutes from now, and we'll talk to Danny Ritter. So talk to you guys soon.